Hello everyone and welcome to CadoinkStudios. I am Cadoink, joined today with Boisterous, and spawning in the top right of Atlantis Spaceship we have the ever so lovely EmpireKas as the blue Terran. And in the bottom left, I may have said bottom left twice, I always second guess myself, we have LiquidRet, the red Zerg. So I am here today with Boisterous doing a co-cast. How have you been, Boisterous? It's been a while.
I've been perfectly fine. You were actually completely on point. You said upper right and bottom left. And somebody, I forgot I was on vent. One of my friends just joined the vent channel I was in. That was very odd.
Oh. Well, I'm glad I get it right. I always say the second player's name and I immediately think I got him switched around. I actually kind of have a little mild case of dyslexia. Like, I have a problem writing and reading. I'll always switch letters and words around just naturally. And so I actually will switch my left and right as well. So like I did a concert once and I was announcing the band members and I said to my left and I said everyone who was on my left, and then I said on my left and I announced everyone that was on my right. So that's something I'm very good at.
And just to clarify, when you say naturally, you don't mean it's natural. You mean it's just something you do.
Yeah.
In case anybody was confused.
Yeah,
that's not natural.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, we do have Atlantis Spaceship here, a ZvT, a map that I think is very interesting. I think it's a little bit Zerg favored because of this base with the extra gas. Gas being something that's very, very important for Zerg players, especially if they're going something like Broodlord, where they need that gas. But it can benefit the Terran as well if he's going a mech play.
Yeah, I think with that extra gas, most Terrans will actually go for mech play, especially since it's in kind of a location on the map that's easy to hold with mech, but at the same time kind of harder to hold with bio because there'll be a lot of runarounds and stuff. And I think it would be much easier to just lock it down with siege tank play.
Yeah, absolutely. The siege tanks are definitely very, very good on this map. There's very small kind of ramps, I guess you could say. Not really ramps. There's kind of small chokes in this map that are easily to defend. For example, right here between your natural and the base that has that third Vespene geyser can be pretty well defended with tanks, as well as this choke over here. They're not exactly small, they're just kind of in good positions. And we have Ret going for a very fast third base, which is more common in PvZ, but we've been seeing it in ZvT more and more. So I kind of like this play. I think that EmpireKas did a 1 Rax expand, and so 3 CCs is pretty safe, or 3 hatcheries is pretty safe against that.
Yeah, and also just a very interesting point, he actually went for 3 hatch before pool.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was a very, very ballsy play. His spawning pool is in fact just finishing up now. That's a really fast third hatchery.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Well, for those of you who don't know, LiquidRet's favorite unit is the drone. And so he'll build like 110 of them on 3 bases. It's ridiculous. But his macro will just be incredible, and he'll like never ever run out of money. So yeah, we'll have to see what he decides to do in this game. It looks like he's kind of wanting to go for the late game with these 3 bases. Normally, if you want to do a shorter game, you do a 1 base or 2 base kind of timing attack. But it looks like Ret wants to make sure he has a really solid economy, and Kaz is kind of playing in that similar fashion. He's getting up the 2 refineries, so he's going to be wanting to get his upgrades as well as a factory to pump out those siege tanks as well as some medevacs in the near future.
And honestly, when you go for 3 hatcheries this fast, I would actually say that it's less of a chance that you're going for a real macro game and more the fact that you're just going for a really fast roach push, because usually you want a solid economy on that second base unless you can saturate your third really fast. This is kind of just like a ridiculously insane amount of drones that it's not even really setting you up for the late game, because there's going to be early pressure that can completely wipe you out, and it's more going for some sort of, DRG style roach push, because that's something that you can kind of get up early enough to defend something major coming, but a lot of light stuff will still wipe you off the map.
Yeah, in fact, we see some Marines going across the bottom side of the map towards the third. We'll see how much damage it actually ends up doing. I suppose LiquidRet should be able to deal with this. He has 2 queens at that third as well as a spine crawler. And if he needs to, he can just pop out some Zerglings. In fact, he has 22 on the way right now. So this little Marine force actually is not going to do anything to this third base, I can't imagine. In fact, moving in right now, the Queens are starting to attack it. Looks like he didn't get that creep tumor, which is so annoying. But EmpireKas being very, very cautious. And now the Zerglings swinging in. It looks like they are going to get us around on these Marines. And the Marines actually taking out a good bit of these Zerglings, but not before the rest of the Marines finally die. And that engagement going very, very well for Ret. Just kind of pushing him ahead a little more.
Yeah, we see Ret now going for a Baneling nest, which is actually completely in a different direction than I thought he would take us. Maybe he is going for a macro game.
Yeah.
Baneling's a pretty defensive unit this early on.
Yeah, absolutely, they are. I think that part of that was a reaction to the fact that he just kind of killed a ton of Marines. If we look back in Kas's base, he only has 2 Hellions and 3 Marines, which is like nothing. 3 Marines doesn't even completely fill a bunker. So LiquidRet, I think, is about to do a big kind of all-in here. Just going to morph some Banelings and just see how much damage. And oh no, EmpireKas sending his Hellions across the map. Going to be spotting a few Zerglings that are coming by. Oh, and now he has to know that a huge attack is coming.
Yeah, and a couple of these Hellions are even going to get surrounded and picked off by some of these Zerglings. And oh, there are all the Banelings morphing in. So yep, this is going to be an all-in.
Yeah, absolutely. So we went from a potential macro game to what should be very, very short. The Banelings coming into this time. Hellions way out of position. Can be blown up very easily. And all the Marines are clumped together on the ramp. This is very, very bad. Oh, a huge clump of them died. 3 more are alive. And unfortunately for EmpireKas, he was not able to raise that bunker. And now EmpireKas is in a huge world of hurt. Oh, the SCV line. Oh, man. Everything just getting completely bombarded. These Hellions in a nice position up here, but it's just kind of futile at this point. We have more Zerglings streaming in from every direction. And EmpireKas is just, there's no way you can hold on to this.
Yeah, especially with that supply depot not going up, and he lost such a clump of SCVs there. Oh my god.
Yeah, and look at these Zerglings just streaming across the map. LiquidRet, this is what you can do with 3 bases. You can just keep this going non-stop. You have that income. And so there's no way EmpireKas will be able to muster enough of a force to stop just the ongoing waves and waves. And more Banelings morphing in at this time. They're going to put the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, these Banelings are basically just getting morphed in to take out the supply depots at the top of the ramp, because as soon as those are down, there's no way to live through this.
Yeah, and Kas just stimming. Looks like, ooh, he manages to get the supply depots up, but like you said before, Banelings were to destroy it, and there's the GG. Well played. Wow, much shorter game than I anticipated, but a good one nonetheless. A very nice all-in. Not really an all-in, a nice, like, bust by LiquidRet. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
Yeah. So anyway, if you would like to check out more of my videos, you can do that at CadoinkStudios YouTube. Go to youtube.com/user/CadoinkStudios or type it in the search bar. You'll find me. And if you'd like to check out some of Boisterous's video, then you can check them out at his site, which he will tell you right now.
youtube.com/user/BoisterousSC2.
Yeah, it's a great channel. You should check it out. He does a lot of really good casts and takes a lot of replays, which I do as well. And you can send those to CadoinkReplays@gmail.com. And if you would like me to cast it with Boisterous, just say so, and we'll be very, very happy to do that. Just say, hey man, I liked your co-cast. It'd mean a lot if you could cast with Boisterous on this replay, and we'll do it. But today, I thought I'd do a pro game since I haven't done one in a long, long time. So I hope you enjoyed it. A little bit of Ret Kas action, and I will see you guys later.